Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're diving into the world of cryptocurrency.
Okay.
But this isn't about like trading strategies or anything like that. We're
Yeah.
talking about real world impact,
Right.
specifically in Pakistan.
Yeah.
You've got some articles from Cryptocurrency Pakistan FAQ about a service called RedotPay.
Right.
And I gotta say, the more I read about this, the more intrigued I am.
Yeah, and for good reason. This isn't just another crypto project.
Yeah.
It tackles a really crucial issue: financial inclusion. Did you know that like nearly 2/3 of Pakistan's population lacks access to traditional banking?
Wow, 2/3.
Yeah.
That really puts things in perspective.
Yeah.
So how does RedotPay play into all of this? Is it some kind of alternative banking system?
Yeah, it's more like a bridge. It's like a bridge between the traditional and the crypto world.
Huh.
Imagine being able to use your crypto assets
Okay.
to buy groceries, pay bills, even withdraw cash from an ATM. That's the gap RedotPay is trying to bridge.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Withdraw cash from an ATM using crypto? How does that even work?
So this is where it gets really interesting. RedotPay offers virtual and physical prepaid Visa cards.
Okay.
Users can load these cards using their cryptocurrency, essentially converting their digital assets into usable funds within the existing financial system.
Okay, so it's like topping up a prepaid card, but with Bitcoin instead of like cash from your bank account.
Exactly. And the real game changer here is the Visa partnership.
Right.
This isn't some niche system limited to a handful of vendors. We're talking about a globally recognized payment network, instantly making RedotPay usable at millions of locations worldwide.
Now that you mention it, I do remember seeing a Twitter post in one of these articles. Someone was using their RedotPay card at a point of sale terminal, just like any other debit card. It's
Yeah.
amazing to see crypto being used like this in a real world setting. So if someone wants to try RedotPay, what's the process like?
It's surprisingly straightforward. First, you sign up for an account on their platform. Then you order either a virtual or physical card, depending on your needs. Once you've received your card, you can load it with your preferred cryptocurrency. RedotPay takes care of the conversion behind the scenes.
So you don't need to be a crypto expert to navigate this.
But
That's a big plus. But what about fees? I know those can sometimes be a pain point in the crypto world.
yeah, you're right. Fees are always a factor. RedotPay has a transparent fee structure, which you can find on their website. And of course, there might be additional charges from Pakistani banks,
Yeah.
particularly for things like ATM withdrawals.
Speaking of ATM withdrawals, I saw in one of these articles they listed some specific banks and their fees, like Standard Chartered and Allied Bank.
Right.
Do those fees tend to change a lot?
They can, unfortunately. It's always best to check directly with your bank for the most up-to-date information.
Okay.
But even with those potential fees, the convenience factor is huge here, especially for those 2/3 of Pakistanis who might not have easy access to traditional banking services.
That's a really important point. We've been focusing a lot on the how of RedotPay, but now I'm thinking about the why, the impact this could have. It's almost like RedotPay is giving people a way to participate in the global economy, even if they've been excluded from traditional systems.
It's a form of financial empowerment, absolutely. And it highlights the potential of cryptocurrency to level the playing field,
Right.
to give individuals more control over their finances.
I remember reading a story about a street vendor in a developing country who started accepting Bitcoin payments because they couldn't get approved for a traditional merchant account.
Mm.
These stories are so inspiring because they show how technology can create opportunities where none existed before.
That's exactly the kind of impact we're talking about.
Yeah.
And it's not just happening in developing countries. Remember a while back when Visa itself was skeptical about crypto?
Right.
Now they're partnering with companies like RedotPay. That's a huge signal to me that the financial world is taking notice.
It does feel like a major shift is happening. But I'm also wondering about the potential downsides. Are there risks involved with a service like RedotPay?
Of course, with any new technology, there are always risks. Security is a big one. Cryptocurrency is still a target for hackers and scammers, so it's crucial for companies like RedotPay to prioritize robust security measures to protect their users' funds.
That makes sense. And then there's the whole regulatory landscape, which can be a bit of a minefield with cryptocurrency.
Absolutely. Governments around the world are still grappling with how to regulate cryptocurrency. And we've seen some countries take a very cautious approach.
Right.
This uncertainty can create challenges for companies operating in this space and for users trying to navigate the rules.
It's a balancing act, isn't it, between fostering innovation and ensuring consumer protection. But I have to say, the fact that we're even having this conversation about a service like RedotPay speaks volumes about how far cryptocurrency has come.
I completely agree. Just a few years ago, this would have been considered a fringe idea, and now we're seeing it implemented in a way that could potentially benefit millions of people.
So we've talked about the problem RedotPay solves, the technology behind it, and even the potential risks and rewards. But I'm curious about something else. You mentioned earlier that you need to sign up using a referral code from CryptoAwaz to get perks. What exactly is CryptoAwaz?
Good catch. They're a Pakistani cryptocurrency education and advocacy platform. Think of them as a bridge between the complexities of cryptocurrency and the average person in Pakistan.
So they're like a crypto literacy organization?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. And what kind of perks do they offer through this partnership with RedotPay?
They have a pretty sweet deal for new RedotPay users. If you sign up using their unique referral code, you can actually get a 20% refund on your first virtual or physical card.
20% back.
Yeah.
That's a pretty generous offer. What's the catch?
Well, there are a few conditions, of course. The offer is only valid for new RedotPay signups, and you need to actually purchase a card, not just create an account.
So you can't just sign up with the code and call it a day.
Exactly. You also need to be the actual owner of the account and the card. They have systems in place to prevent abuse.
Right, that makes sense. They want to support genuine adoption, not just people trying to game the system.
Precisely. But if you're genuinely interested in trying out RedotPay and you're a new user, that 20% refund through CryptoAwaz is a fantastic bonus. It's a great example of how partnerships like this can incentivize adoption and make cryptocurrency more accessible to a wider audience.
So how do you actually get this refund? Do you just tell them you use the CryptoAwaz referral code when you sign up?
You actually have to contact CryptoAwaz directly through their social media after you've ordered your card. You'll need to provide your RedotPay UID or email address so they can verify your purchase.
So you sign up using CryptoAwaz's referral code,
Yeah.
order your card, contact CryptoAwaz with your RedotPay UID, and they send you the refund.
You got it. It's a pretty seamless process and a great way to get a little something back while supporting a worthy organization like CryptoAwaz.
It sounds like a win-win. But all this talk about CryptoAwaz and the 20% refund got me thinking about something else. RedotPay itself isn't free to use, right?
Right?
They have their own fee structure.
That's right.
Of course. So can you walk us through their fee structure? What can users expect to pay when they use RedotPay?
Sure. As we mentioned earlier, there are potential fees, both from RedotPay and possibly from Pakistani banks, especially for ATM withdrawals. Now, keep in mind that these fees can change, so it's always best to check their website or contact them directly for the most up-to-date information.
Good point. It's always better to double-check than to be surprised by unexpected charges.
Exactly. But to give you a general idea, RedotPay charges a small fee for loading your card with crypto. It's a percentage of the transaction amount, and it varies depending on the cryptocurrency you're using.
So if the crypto market is being volatile, could those fees fluctuate as well?
That's a great question. And it speaks to a really important point about using cryptocurrency for everyday purchases. The value of cryptocurrencies can be quite volatile, as we know. That means the amount of Pakistani rupees you get when you load your RedotPay card could fluctuate depending on the market price of the cryptocurrency at the time of the transaction.
That's a good reminder for listeners to be mindful of. It's not like using a regular debit card where the value is relatively stable.
Exactly. You have to be comfortable with that level of volatility when using services like RedotPay. But on the plus side, if the value of your cryptocurrency goes up, you essentially get free money to spend on your card. It's a double-edged sword.
That is pretty fascinating when you think about it. Okay, so you've got your potential fees for loading your card. What about actually using the card? Any charges there?
So they strive to keep things as user-friendly as possible. There are no monthly fees or inactivity fees. However, there might be fees for certain transactions like ATM withdrawals or international purchases.
So similar to using a prepaid travel card then?
Exactly. It's all about reading the fine print and understanding the fee structure before you use the card. But overall, RedotPay has designed their system to be as cost-effective as possible, especially when you consider the potential benefits they're offering.
It sounds like they've thought a lot about how to make this accessible and easy to use for people who might be new to cryptocurrency or new to digital financial services altogether.
Exactly. And that's what makes this such an important development in the world of cryptocurrency. It's not just about speculation and investment anymore. It's about real-world solutions for real-world problems. It's about financial inclusion, empowerment, and giving people more control over their money.
It's about taking this technology that once seemed so abstract and complicated and making it relevant and accessible to everyone.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Oh.
RedotPay is just one example, one piece of a much larger puzzle. But it's an exciting glimpse into the future of finance and the transformative potential of cryptocurrency.
It really makes you wonder what other innovative solutions are just around the corner.
Absolutely. And that's what makes this space so fascinating to follow. It's constantly evolving, constantly pushing the boundaries of what's possible.
Well, on that note, it's time for us to surface from this deep dive. We've covered a lot of ground today, from the challenges of financial inclusion in Pakistan to the innovative solutions being developed by companies like RedotPay.
We've explored the technology behind it, all the potential benefits, and even the risks. But most importantly, we've seen how cryptocurrency is moving beyond the realm of speculation and into the real world, where it has the potential to make a tangible difference in people's lives.
It's been an eye-opening journey, and I hope our listeners will continue to explore this fascinating world with us.
Remember, the future of finance is being written right now, and who knows, maybe you'll be one of its authors.
That's a thought-provoking note to end on. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the world of cryptocurrency and financial inclusion.
Until next time, happy diving.
And we'll catch you in the next episode of The Deep Dive.